Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here and welcome back to Forza Horizon 3 for a little bit of Ricer mods. Now, you guys have enjoyed my previous Rice build videos in the past, and I decided to continue a little bit of that with looking for odd designs on the storefront, and then obviously going in and building the car myself, you know, putting my own parts on it and stuff like that. But I wanted to go onto the storefront, find some design that was just outlandish and weird, and stick it on this particular BMW M4 and see what ended up happening. Now, since this build didn't really have to follow any particular structure aside from being strange and odd and weird and funky, you'll see my choice of wheels later on down the line is kind of weird. Normally you never see these wheels on anything European, but I figured it was an interesting touch and an interesting way to bring some extra life to this car. I debated for a second on whether or not I was going to just put the Liberty Walk kit on it and go, because I was like, well, the Liberty Walk kit isn't really that ricey, but, and then I thought to myself, I was like, oh, but I can make it ricey. So, anyways, there's a lot of weird stuff actually with this car. Like, this particular paint job is like, it's not complicated. It's not complicated at all, but it's so simple that it's like, it's so simple it's bad, if that makes any sense. It's so simple it's just bad, and I decided to go with it for that reason in particular, just because it was something that was like, if you walked outside and you saw this exact car in this exact color scheme, you would look at it and you would go, huh? And that's the whole point of this car, is to make you, or at least of this design, and my idea behind, like, you know, doing this little build, is to make people look at it and go, what the hell is that for? So, like I said, that's the whole reasoning and purpose behind this particular build. I was thinking about doing this mesh style wheel, but then I kept scrolling over, and I was like, you know what? I found what I wanted. And it ended up being these Mickey Thompsons, which they're a drag car wheel, but you know what? That, like, beadlock ring is kind of funky looking on a car like this. And again, this wasn't supposed to look good. This was not supposed to look good one bit. So when you think about it in that way, it wasn't supposed to look good, then you're on the right track and you don't have anything to worry about. You're good. No big deal. You keep, you know, keep on pushing. No problem whatsoever. And then the wing, I think it's actually perfect that the wing has those little yellow wing tips on it. I think that suits the car and the build very nicely. And I know I keep saying, like, well, yes, this build, yes, this build, like, as it's so official. It isn't. It's like one of the stupidest cars I've built in a long time, but I still thoroughly enjoyed it. I really did. And by the way, something I'm going to actually do that I haven't done in a while is, and I know that some of you guys that follow me over on my Instagram page really like it when I do this, but real quick, I'm going to go ahead and shout out a couple of people. This is going to take up like 10 seconds of the video, and then we're going to move on to something else. But let's see. Smiley's 1, Chris Drum 10, let's see, JPIT 14, and PCFURR underscore 45, and Lee underscore Hank, HENKE, I think that's how you pronounce it. But anyways, we've moved on from that. If you were any of those guys, let me know in the comments below, and we can go ahead and move on to the later stages of this build. And I think you guys will be interested to see what happens when we take off in this car. So speaking of taking off, this car does. It just does it with lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of wheel spin. And, I mean, you can treat that how you will. I mean, my whole point with this car was I wanted to drift it, so wheel spin is fine. But with the setup I put on this car, and I did dial up the front camber to, I believe, -4 degrees, and I added half a degree of toe out in the front. The rear camber is at, like, I think -2, around -2.5, and then the rear toe is neutral. It's zeroed out, but this thing really does a good job of recovering from angle and sliding very smoothly. I mean, there's I think almost, it's funny because there's nothing better than a car that looks like it's going to be horrible, but actually does really, really well. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a lot of cars that can just be, weird and dumb looking, and I know this car is, yeah, this car is pretty dumb looking, but at the end of the day, it freaking works, dude. It really does, and I was pleased with it. I was really pleased, and I was impressed. I was excited to use it, and it did not disappoint. It really did not. So, in driving it around too, I mean, like, if you want to build this car, like, really all you got to do is just max out a Liberty Walk M4. You know, get the Liberty Walk kit, max out the power, and then copy those alignment specs, which was -4 degrees of camber in the front, half a degree of toe out in the front, and then like around 2.5 degrees in the back with 0 toe. And honestly, you'll end up with the exact same car we have here. The point of it was the design and how goofy it would look driving around, because nobody else was going to use this design. I saw it on the storefront, and I was like, I could make my own design, but I also know that nobody else was going to use this one. So in downloading this design, I was thinking, like, you know what? Not only would nobody else ever use it, but no other YouTuber is going to show this design. And I think we found the perfect reason to show it, and that's for, well, rice purposes. Rice purposes. I mean, hey, it's a reason to show a car. That near miss, they were just like, oh yeah, fine, regular near miss. That should have been an ultimate near miss if you guys saw how freaking close I got to that little Miata. I mean, that was so damn close. That nearly ruined my entire combo. And honestly, at this point, I probably would have been slightly upset if it had ruined it, because I'm like, dude, it's like, no. And also, I didn't realize until recently, like, how easy it was to just pull, like, you know, to keep a combo going by pulling a 180. Really, like, I've been just driving, you know, I've been picking my line and just keep, you know, I just keep going straight. But, I mean, really, if you wanted to keep your combo going, pull a 180 and then do a burnout, your combo will stay going just fine. You could pull off a drift, and you'll be okay. This spot right here, I kind of, like, frantically transitioned side to side just to try to keep my combo going. Again, there's different things you can do to keep a combo going, and sometimes they're not the prettiest, but they keep your score going, so I have no problem with doing them. You know, they are what they are. That was like the cleanest freaking wall tap ever. If that was a real-life wall tap, that probably would have just slightly scuffed the bumper, and that's it, which is like the best kind of wall tap to ever have. That they should not have cashed in my combo, though. I was kind of annoyed when they cashed in my combo, because I was still in the air when they cashed my combo in, and that just bothers me when the game is like, oh, you're in the air, and we know you're going to continue your combo by the time you land, but it's okay, we're going to cash in your combo now, so you can restart. But I don't know, that's just one of those things that kind of gets on my nerves a little bit, but it is what it is. It's one of those little things of Forza that you have to get used to, but definitely when I challenged myself to go on the auction house, not on the auction house, go on the storefront and find a really strange, ricey design, I think I definitely accomplished that goal, and that's yeah. This car is a bit of a rice mobile, that's for sure. So definitely, I would say if you want to build crazy cars, dude, go on the storefront and just like sort by the category of fantasy. You'll find the weirdest things. You really will. You'll find the weirdest stuff, and you'll find that, oh yeah, I tried this over and over and over and over and over and over again before I got it to work properly. But again, you know, it is what it is. But I was like, damn, dude, I kind of was hoping that I could get that on like the first or second or third try. And you know, I wanted to do some sort of, like, spin. I was happy with that until I backed it into the wall, and I was thinking about just carrying on, and then I was like, no. You gotta go back, and you gotta do it again. And I think that I don't think the one that I landed was a spin, and there's, like, that's also the reason why I left it in. I didn't, like, I could have edited it out and just cut it to where it only showed the one that I landed perfectly. Or not really perfectly, but, like, without touching a wall. I think it was this next one coming up, but again, like, these things are not the easiest things to land, especially when you see them in montages and stuff like that. They used rewinds to land them, unless they explicitly said that they didn't. then I guarantee you pretty much that they used Rewind to land a lot of these tricks that they land. So, again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this quick build, then don't forget to leave me a like. Tell me in the comments down below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. If you like seeing me go out and hunt for, you know, crazy, weird, ricey designs, then let me know in the comments below. Also, if you've got any cars you want me to use or any cars you want me to rice out, let me know as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to y'all later. And again, don't forget to subscribe for more. See you guys next time.